Hello and welcome everybody, my name's Aram. Welcome to part number 2 of the most important drills in a single skull. Today we're talking about what to do after the dip drill from last week. You gently dip with the blades in the water. And you gotta be careful that you don't get your blade deeper than the weight of the blade will do by itself, and how to follow up, because that's the most important part. Before I start, I would like to answer a couple of questions. Actually, one question I got a lot in especially the YouTube comment section. The question was, Aram, why is it that you ask Alex to row with his forearm only and not so much with the entire arm? And actually a discussion started. My opinion is a very simple one. Of course you can do it with the full arm. However, there's a disadvantage. I do this exercise in order to teach athletes how to feel the weight of the blade. So I want to use as little body parts or as few body parts as possible in order to eliminate most of the interfering body parts so athletes can feel where the blade of the weight actually is. Because most athletes don't feel that. They hammer in the blade at the catch, so boom, right in there, hard leg drive at the catch, hard catch, which is complete nonsense in my opinion. At the catch, it's all about understanding where the blade is, what the boat does, and using as much feeling as you can. And most people simply don't use their feeling. So what I need to do is eliminate the shoulders, the upper body, the trunk. A lot of people start to work with the trunk when I tell them use their full arm. So they do, am I doing it right? No, you're not. You're doing up and downs with the trunk. You're being polite here, but we don't want to do this. So we just want to work with the forearm. A lot of athletes row their standard linear erg technique on the water, and this creates huge problems. You can't row like on the erg in the boat. It's going to make you slow. The linear erg requires a different technique than the boat. This is common knowledge. However, most people don't think about this, and it takes a long time to get rid of that. The problem here, and that's the part of the linear erg technique a lot of people trying to put into the boat, is to have straight arms, almost stiff arms, and trying to be almost tighten up here in the shoulders, lat, triceps, armpit, and in this area right there. And the problem then is that you're too stiff to bring the hands together. In reality, a stroke in the single skull always, and that's what most people forget, it isn't the linear erg. It ain't the linear erg anymore. It is a perpendicular motion around two rotation points, which we call oar locks, where the oars are mounted. So it sounds simple, but this one obscure fact has huge impact on force curves. Try it out. If you manage to bring your hands together at the catch, or just allow the shoulders to be flexible enough, your force curve will go up like this without a lot of effort. Why? Because you're applying force exactly in the direction of travel, in almost a 90-degree angle to the oar handle. And most people try to pull straight. It can't work. It doesn't work. I made a video about this. I don't know what I called it. It's just linear erg technique on the boat, and it doesn't work. I'm going to link it right there. So watch this video. You will find out that, there's some truth to that. And to come back to the topic, the reason why I want people only to use the forearms is so they eliminate most of that stiff arms, shoulder work, which is such a hindrance to fast boat speeds. When I learned technique in the 90s, we already had carbon. It was carbon everything. So we were still being taught to move the hands up, be loose and relaxed all the way to the catch, and then extend your arms with the last part of the preparation. Now this is one way of doing it. Later on I reframed, had stiff arms, and I went back because I found out it is quicker. Especially when I worked a lot on the bio rower, trying to get effortlessly very effective good force curves. The best way was to be relaxed all the way to the catch. Another upside why I want to have relaxed arms is that if my arms are relaxed, my elbows here, I call it heavy elbows, and you've probably heard that term from me quite often in different videos. There is no way I'm going to rest my entire trunk weight on my oar handles, and that's exactly where I want to be at the catch. At the catch, I want to be in a position where almost zero weight is on my oar handles and everything is on my butt. And to answer another question I got, well, should the weight now be on the seat or on the feet? In my humble opinion, mostly on the seat, because on the way to the catch, You actually want to pull the boat. You want to shovel the boat with your feet. There can't be a lot of weight on there. Of course, a bit, but not too much. So I hope I answered the most important questions. If there are more things unclear, if there are more questions open, I'm happy to do a YouTube live. So just let me know if you're interested in a YouTube live anytime soon. All right, to today's topic. Now, last time we did the dip, dip, dip. And today we're going to follow up, because once you learned how to just let the blades float in the water. And this is exactly what Alex is doing right now. You see, places the blade and they float with the fingers away. And now it's about time to do one drive. And now the question is, and that's the big thing for today, you want to use 0 vertical influence on your oar handle. You want to use 0 vertical influence on your oar handles. You want to leave the blades where they are, because they naturally swim exactly where they should be swimming. Floating, wrong term. He doesn't even have Randall-foils. If you have Randall-foils, it's so super simple. You just stick them on top, and these oars will teach you, hey, I'm too low, I'm too low, I'm too low. You get a lot of feedback, and you connect quicker. But even here, without Randall-foils, you start the drive, and you accept where the oar handles are, and now you just do a gentle drive, no power at all, and your main objective is to leave the oars exactly where they should be. See? No change in oar handle height, no change in blade depth. That's the key essence of today's exercise. So you do the dip, 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 and you take 1 dip or 2 dips, and you take a drive. And this can be legs only, just like Alex did here. Or it can be that you use your full stroke. And you also can extend this. You can start with legs only, and then you can start and say, okay, now I want to do a full drive. Why not? See where the blades are? Completely relaxed, floating. Soft hands. And now gently feel where the oars are. Get all your feelings. Oh, okay, I'm not changing handle height. This is the key. This is so important. So let's recap today's exercise once more. You start with the dip, dip, dip from last week in order to feel where the blades should sit. And then you do 1 dip and you do a full drive where you completely leave the oar handles where they are in terms of height. Most people do this, that they do a full drive and they don't even feel when they wash out. They don't even feel that they hammer the blade in at the catch. And these exercises are the only way to make you understand, if you want to have a fast, directly connected stroke, you have to accept what the boat can do and what it cannot do. It cannot do a vertical drive and be fast. What you want to do is have a nice and solid connection at the catch, leave the blades exactly where they are, and feel, and just dip, and then drive very, very carefully. Yeah? And it looks super simple what Alex does here, but it is not. You have to feel where the weight of the blade is, and you have to feel that you don't change blade depth. And this takes quite a while, so give yourself time. Do this exercise as your warm-up process. Start to feel like you push off the dock, get yourself ready, you do your basic warm-up drills, and then I would start with this exercise. At the beginning of the session, you have to feel where you are. If you feel like, hey, I've lost it now, after half an hour, just take your time, turn around, take 5 to 10 minutes, do this exercise. It's going to help you more than doing a lot of hard drills. This is, if you manage this exercise in regular practice, it is going to gain you a lot of speed on the water, because you're not wasting time with shoveling and shoveling and shoveling more water. Okay? All right. Let's look at Alex once more. He does a great job. He's got a huge feeling for the boat. Super soft dip. Where's the blade? Where does it float naturally? Super careful. You see, his hands at the finish, they're naturally high. You adapt your body motion to the boat, not your boat adapt to your body motion. It's not gonna happen. Ladies and gentlemen, please let me know if that was helpful for you, and let me know how you're doing with these drills. Again, this is part 2 of a series of videos we're doing. Alex and I recorded quite a few technique drills, and we're happy to record more. If that's helpful, please let me know. Support our work on Patreon. I put the link to the Patreon page just below. If you want to join the live indoor rowing sessions.
All right, stroke weight 16, full send.
Please go to rmtraining.com. We do have live coached sessions with technique feedback every week. If you want to be part of Team RM Training and join one of our training programs, go to rmtraining.com, dedicated section there. Looking forward to work with you. And if you haven't already done so, please fill out the program entry questionnaire where we find out where you are now, where you want to go, so we can work on your specific development program. All right, that's it. Looking forward to see you in the next video. All the best. Take care. Bye-bye.